Definitely the Czech paddler in C1000. He was second in Rachica at his home course and won the 500 there. So definitely a young guy that's going to be good for the next long while.
And we look to have the start team as soon as we can of the K2 2000.
Yeah, they're still circling above the line, staying warm. It's getting ready to go.
It's interesting to see the different warm-up protocols of these boats. You know, some of these guys do lots of sprints. Some of them do almost nothing, and they just sort of seem like they're just paddling really, really slowly up to the line. And their first hard stroke is going to be the first stroke of their race. Yeah. It's a good shot of Maxime Beaumont and Sébastien Jouve in lane 8 there from France. A little bit of a mix-up in that K2, as you mentioned. There's like 3 or 4 hybrid crews here in this race. Of course, can't ignore the crew of Postagre and Diachenko from Russia.
Yeah,
these guys are the class of the field.
Yeah, I think the whole paddling community is in awe of these guys right now, just trying to figure out how they go so fast.
Because they're not that big, are they?
No, they're really not. We were at the same hotel with them. We eat dinner and lunch beside them every day. Sorry, and they don't stand out as being huge guys. They're just obviously very fit, very strong, but not giants by any means.
And none of these guys are very big, though, to be honest. I mean, they've all got muscle, and I think across the board, the Russians certainly have their complement, but something's changed a little bit, I think, with regards to specifically kayak and maybe just K2 200. But these guys are not really, really big. They're really quick, and it's a different athlete, you know, that's quick and really big.
Yeah.
Maxime Beaumont might be an exception to that. He's quite tall. He's over 6 feet, probably 6'2". But a guy like Ryan Cochran here on your screen, he's small and quick, and he can't move a tremendous amount of weight, but he can move his weight really, really fast.
So Etienne's quite big, isn't he?
Yeah, Etienne's about my size. He's one of the medium guys. He's quite strong for his size. But I think I'm going to be adamant. I think the quickness is really the more important, at least for the first half of the race. I think you need to have a nice balance. So maybe we'll see that from Ryan and Etienne. You know, you get a nice complement of quickness in the front and strength and power in the back.
And one of your competitors for many, many years, Ronnie Rao, he's keeps going on forever.
Yeah, a good buddy of mine. He's using a Bracha paddle, which is something new for him. He's always used the FES. Ronnie and I have had lots of great races together, mostly in K1 500. We actually had a pact at one point that he wouldn't race K1 500 and I wouldn't race K2 500, but he broke that in 2009.
Is that legal?
and won Germany's first ever, actually, K1 500 meter world championship, which is one of those crazy stats in our sport, and he's the only one. But some real talent, lots of good friends in this final. Lane 7, Miguel Correa and Ruben Rizola from Argentina. Really, really strong semi yesterday. And I raced against Miguel's brother, Javier, for many, many years in K1 1000.
Yeah, I think they were 5th or 6th at the Olympics. So great result for them, and they're continuing to train hard and get good results.
And can someone go under 30 seconds? Have they almost reached their potential?
I think they're pretty close to it. I don't know if under 30 is going to happen.
Not today,
soon.
that's for sure.
Yeah, big headwind.
That's cold water and big headwind. I think if you get the perfect conditions and maybe some quick thumb on the watch, then it's possible. But Lane 1 coming in last into the gate there.
Looks like Poland's trying to sit back in the gate. I don't know if that's legal.
Hope the judge can see that.
It's a good shot at Cochran and Morneau. First A final for Etienne Morneau. Let's see if he can make it happen.
Watch the start from Lane 1 here. I think you're going to see a little bit of a false start. Their boat's not all the way in. We're also the police up here. The cops.
But a couple of weeks ago, we saw Diachenko and Postagre. They got a lousy start, and they admitted it afterwards, but they said it was no problem. At least we came through in the second half. And they're off anyway.
Their paddles are up.
They had a good start today. I think they're ahead already. France as well. There's Ryan Cochran. Yeah, always a good start from him.
Lots of strokes from the French crew, but the Russians really
they have
no rivals. But the Germans are really, really kind of a second place. I think they can hold on for that silver. You get the Swedes up there that we didn't even
Canada lane 2 in there for a medal as well.
This is so
30
close.
meters to go. It's definitely Russia leading or winning.
Oh, that's tight.
I think I'll call Germany and Sweden for second and third. Definitely Ronnie Rao and Jonas Ems, both K1 200 meter world record or world champions in their own right in K1s.
And your compatriots be proud of themselves?
I think they're right in there for a medal. I mean, you always want to get on the podium, but being close is good as well. And they were right in the thick of things, and that's good form for them. but definitely the Russians were the class of the field there. It didn't wait to the end to win it this time. They were out from the start. There's almost 2 different races there, Russia and then everyone else.
And they don't paddle that quickly, do they?
No, it's more of a slow, like low power stroke. They're getting a lot of grip. I think they've got, they're sort of in a different gear than the rest of the. Oh, let's see here. Second, definitely Germany. Third, yeah, I'm going to stick to Sweden, unfortunately. But Richard Dober and Ug Fernell in fourth. Really, really tight finish there. You can see those Russians really sitting up tall and putting tons of pressure through the middle of the stroke, which is going to provide them with that gear that I was talking about. It's almost like a tighter technique where that leg drive is really, really important. And they're focusing less on hitting the water really, really powerfully and focusing more on pulling it through with a tremendous amount of power.
Yeah, they've definitely figured something else that no one else has. And, it's like the
All
rest
the
of the world's
coaches
going to try to catch up.
All the coaches will be analysing it and saying...
And not every athlete can do that. It's important to note that, if you've got the ability to put a tremendous, the number of watts they're putting on every stroke is just crazy. So here's the final. Russia, top spot. Germany, Ronnie Rao and Joda Sems and